Well, it's all going to end up depending on the conferences. So what's happening is in this NCAA transformation, and all this goes back a long way, but specifically goes back to this past summer when the NCAA lost the Supreme Court case 9-0, the Alston case, and then state NIL laws started coming into effect. And it just triggered this Transformation Committee, which is basically supposed to take the legislation and a lot of the authority from the NCAA and send it down to the conferences. So it's going to be more of like a decentralized, deregulated NCAA where conferences will have to make the decisions on a lot of legislation like you're talking about, staff size. That's one of the many pieces of legislation that's up to be basically deregulated. And so conferences will decide how many coaches they might have. Right now, the NCAA maximum is 11 football coaches, 4, I think, basketball coaches, 3 assistants and a head coach. So maybe those things expand. It's all going to be determined by the individual conferences, and they can't talk with one another. They can't communicate with one another because that would be collusion, which is what got the NCAA in trouble in the first place and why this is all happening. So it'll be individual conferences, and we all know conferences have different missions, right, and different financial abilities. So some of them might have 20, might allow 15, 20, 25 coaches or more scholarships. And then some of them are not going to be able to afford that. So it's going to be even more probably fracturing and widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots.